Hey everyone. So this is your video to explain your work that's due tomorrow, Thursday. Worksheet 1A, due tomorrow, Thursday. So here's how you can do that. If you haven't already watched the intro video, watch that. Helps you to know where to find stuff in general. Go to Unit 6 student folder. Go to lessons. Go to Unit 6 learning notes. Okay, so remember that the headers, you can click on them to get to a certain point on the document. Your first thing to do on remote learning, so again, due tomorrow, Thursday, is the patterns of charge worksheet. So click on that to get down to the task. The target is that you can, given a chemical formula, draw particle diagrams for a certain substance. So these are important boxes right here. The goal is for everyone to do worksheet 1A. If you are still unsure about how to read chemical formulas, then you do 1AA first. Okay, so if you have any questions on how to do chemical formulas, you want to start here. This worksheet, I hope, should be helpful for how to make sure you understand chemical formulas. Then you can come down here and practice. That will set you up to be able to do worksheet 1A. Okay, this is optional. What's required is worksheet 1A, section 1, and section 2. 3 through 7 is optional, exceeds. And 3 through 7 is really fun and challenging, and it will be like a grapple. I think if you want to try that out, feel free to ask me any questions. Right now, because this video can only be 5 minutes, I'm going to focus on the first 2 sections on explaining those. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see. These are going to give you how many of each element are in the compound. So in this first one here, 1 calcium, 1 oxygen, you're going to need to use a periodic table. Dynamic periodic ptable.com is a great one. So the way you would do these is you are writing the chemical formula for a compound that has 1 calcium and 1 oxygen. So I know by going to my periodic table that calcium is Ca and oxygen is capital O. So those are the chemical symbols. That's the first thing I'm going to write here. The formula would be CaO. Notice that the capital and lowercase letter is important. The particle diagram would have one of each of these 2 substances. So you would have 1 calcium and 1 oxygen. Okay, you don't need to use colors, but you should be able to tell that these 2 atoms are different, and together they make 1 particle of calcium of CaO. Okay. There are a couple other examples here if you'd like to see them. Okay. And then finally, the second section, so you're gonna, I'm gonna erase this now. Okay, well, that's not erasing, but we'll live with that for now. Once you have your example, like CaCO, you are going to write it in both columns with the substance that you have in it. So, for example, the first one would be, you would write it here, CaCO. Okay, and you would also write it over here in the oxygen box, CaO. So each of the examples from number 1, you're going to write in 2 places on the periodic table in number 2. So that's all for now. Let me know if you have any questions via email or Google Hangout.